Prehistoric Park is a show that we know of. If you're in the paleo community, you're a huge fan of Prehistoric Park because it's kind of like the second Jurassic Park in a sense. But with Nigel Marvin, wildlife adventurer and conservationist, and get really, really good TV show to say the least here. But before we get into it, welcome, folks, to another episode of Dino Times. You know, not a profile episode, but a talking episode. It's not an interview either. I know it's been a while since we've done either one of those. We've done a lot of profile episodes on a lot of fun prehistoric creatures. But now, today, I have with me for the first time on the show, my girlfriend, Michaela. Say hi to the world.
Hello.
Yes, you're on the show. This is the first time you're on Dino Times, actually, too. And I've converted you to be a paleo fan. So this is pretty awesome to have you on.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. I started dating. Now you know more about dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures than you ever would.
Yeah, you've tainted me.
I have, but you're a fan, too, so it works out.
It's true.
Yeah, and I've gotten you to watch. You watched Prehistoric Park with me a couple months ago now, right? Remember?
Yeah, it's been a while, yeah.
It's been a while, but overall, we're going to talk about today on Dino Times of why Prehistoric Park worked. Because in our opinion, it did. And to a lot of people who watched it, it mission accomplished on everything it's done. And years ago, an inspiration that caused a lot of people in the paleo community and conservation community, too. But we're going to get into that in a minute. Overall, what do you think about Prehistoric Park?
I liked it. I was kind of skeptical going into it because it
involves time travel.
Yeah. But I really liked how the guy...
Nigel Marvin?
Yeah, I really liked how he portrayed the episodes and how every episode was different.
He's like British Steve Irwin, though. A lot more chill.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, he does with the
He is.
conservation work he does with wild animals and exotics and shit like that. He definitely is that way. But I love Nigel Marvin so much. Also, congrats on him, by the way, for beating cancer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I want to give a huge, huge bucket of heartwarmed win to Nigel Marvin for beating cancer, by the way. There's no way we're going to talk about it. You are a hero, man. You're a hero to me, and you always will be, good man. So you're always welcome on the show, too. Just going to put it out there.
Just gonna put it out there.
Just going to put it out there in the ether.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really cool to be able to talk about Prehistoric Park. And I think it had a little bit of a resurgence not too long ago, but hopefully this causes more of a resurgence.
I know it's something that we've been wanting to talk about for a while.
It's an older show. It came out in the early 2000s, and I watched it as a kid growing up, as a big, huge paleo fan, and I am. Like, it was paleontology, I should say, not paleo, like, veggie diet. You guys can go fuck yourselves. Paleo means paleontology, you assholes, and prehistoric. And I want a paleo diet of just veggies. I'm sorry. You cannot take our word. We had it first. We were here first.
Fuck you.
Yeah, pretty much. So it's where to start on Prehistoric Park. I have notes, though. I do have notes in my Jurassic Park Ranger book journal. But Prehistoric Park, I think, accomplished so much in the community of dinosaur fans.
I think so. I think if you grew up watching it like how you were, like how you said you grew up watching it, I think people would really enjoy it.
Yeah, and you enjoyed it years later.
Yeah.
It still holds up. Like, it still holds up in the 2020 or 2021.
Yeah, just because I feel like I've always kind of been a Jurassic Park fan anyway, so I feel like if you like that, if you like those kinds of movies, you're going to like something like this.
But this is based on science, though.
Yeah.
This is, like, it has a time travel sort of thing and whatnot, but in taking dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures and putting them in our world. But there is a lot of science, too. It's a documentary about it. But it's a
just
new
like
way
animals
of doing
in general. You
That
know?
too. But it's a new way of doing a prehistoric documentary.
Yeah.
It's not walking to dinosaurs. It's our world meets theirs while also giving you science. Like, even on prehistoric bugs, by the way.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one I didn't like too much.
Oh,
but
come on. They're cute and adorable.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they're
Yes, they are.
I do like how he put not just dinosaurs, but like Arctic creatures too.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
We're getting to that in a minute.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think one of the things it accomplished on was it gave you more in-depth knowledge of the dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures that we knew of at the time, because some of it's changed over the years, but of the dinosaurs and prehistoric creatures that we knew about in the timeline. Like, it really brought it to life, and it wasn't just watching them in a natural habitat. It was like, here's a person that you can relate to and want to follow more on, and kind of talking about it, interacting with them, and then here they are in our world, and caretaking what it would be like in our world. They brought them back, sort of thing. And that was pretty cool. Like, it really, I think, brought science to it a little bit. For being a somewhat fantasy show, it brought science to these animals.
Yeah, the mammoth episode, that I didn't know that when elephants are in packs, they'll shun one of them out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a matriarchy.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
it's,
had
it's
no
a
idea
whole
about
matriarchy.
that,
Yeah,
so
females
I found
are
out
females
about
are in
that.
charge, and people don't think that big male elephant. Fuck no, females are in charge. Oh no, yeah, even in the same way with mammoth mastodons, because I worked on those before. Like they are seriously that way, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, elephants do that. They do shun each other out, and I think there's some evidence in the past few years, if I remember correctly, that we have seen that before. I believe in some of the fossil records here. Don't correct me if I'm wrong though in the comments, but it's really really cool in that sense there, because there's stuff about other people like you said you didn't know about that with elephants.
Yeah.
And there's stuff like Tyrannosaurus and family packs and stuff like that. Because people think they're all solitary animals. Contrary to belief, they may not have been actually solitary animals.
Yeah, and I thought that was actually very interesting for them to touch upon that, because I even had no idea about it.
Yes. Oh yeah, and the sibling rivalry and all the jazz like that.
With the T-Rex.
Yeah, and Deinosuchus as well, prehistoric crocodilian. Facts about that people didn't know about, which is pretty dope. I'm trying to think. There's so much to it. Next up on the list, we have. We did talk about it. We'll touch upon like how there was a lot of in-depth knowledge on the mammoths, on Elasmotherium, by the way, too, the woolly rhino, which is something not a lot of people know about.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, the Elasmotherium episode was pretty. I think he was also in the Ice Age. Yeah, he was in the mammoth episodes, but he was brought in later, and I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
How they included him in there. We had the prehistoric reptiles like the Deinosuchus as well, like I mentioned, and all the bugs. That was a pretty good episode. And some of the, I think it was Kulosuchus or something like that. We had Niagara got bit by a prehistoric amphibian. I don't remember what the hell it was. There was, I don't remember, but I should have wrote it down, but I don't remember. And it kind of pulled. I'm like, oh my god, that's cool. They brought that one in.
I completely forgot about that because it's been a while since I watched it, but I remember that and I was like, oh shit.
We can't forget Sabretooth. Sabretooth also made an appearance, and the kittens and stuff like that. Kind of bringing forward knowledge of Sabretooth and also modern day big cats, because they're big cats.
That one was my favorite.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then how they were breeding and they were trying to introduce it to and jazz like that. I think they had kittens. So like that was cool. Like here's knowledge on big cats while also giving you knowledge on Sabretooth cats. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, I like how when they were at the park, it's very interesting how they have the habitat set up for each animal and all that.
That was a pure wildlife sanctuary right there, because they do that stuff to this day for all the like wooden fencing, the way it's all set up in there for habitats and jazz like that. Like that was a real zoo, which was really cool. It wasn't this electric fencing and concrete moats. That wouldn't really work. They somewhat had that for the Tyrannosaurus, but which you kind of have to do. And then a few of the other things in there. There was a lot of those. The cousin of Gallimimus was in there as well too, or the Thermimus or something like that, if I remember correctly. Put me in the comments down below, folks. There's a lot of creatures in the show to keep track of, and it was tough to write it all down. But so we had them. We had Microraptor too.
Yeah,
who would climb the trees and then just fly around, jazz like that. Those guys are so cute. I want one. I want a Microraptor in real life. We had Titanosaurs. Those were pretty good to see. We had some sauropods, new different sauropods, not a Brachiosaurus. We had the horizontal kind of built sauropod with the Titanosaurs. That was pretty cool.
Did they have a Sarcosuchus there? Did they have them?
That was it. Was it Sarcosuchus or was it Deinonychus?
No, it was a Sarcosuchus. I remember.
Was it Sarco?
I think so. I can't remember. I remember vaguely.
We had giant crocodilians, though.
Yeah,
So either way,
that's what
we
I'm
do
trying
know.
to-
Yeah. We do know that. So they had the giant crocodilians, which was awesome to see. All the facts about them, containment, jazz like that, kind of
I
incorporating.
would shit my pants if I had to do that.
Oh, trust me, I know. Trust me, working on modern day crocs. I do. I work.
You would know.
I
for
would
sure.
know. I've tried. Yeah. I've done a fair share of work with crocodilians, but some nice ones too. Shout out to you, baby, who I can give hugs and pets to. Yeah. So that worked in the sense where it gave you some of that. So it wasn't just dinosaurs, which was awesome.
Yeah, like I said, I really like how they touched upon other prehistoric animals.
Yeah. And I love too. And the next thing I have in the notes here of why it worked, at least for me, is I think you can agree on this one. It showed how they were animals, not monsters.
Yeah, I was about to say I really like, not to mention the habitats, but the workers and how much time and energy they
It felt
put
like
in
a
for
zoo.
each one.
They were feeling like a real zoo with this,
Yeah.
because they knew too that these animals aren't monsters like the movies portray them to be, or TV shows sometimes. Like they were legit freaking animals. Like they were animals. They weren't behaving as a monster trying to get, like, if they ate, they're not going to go hunt you down and try to kill you or try to eat you just because they ate like 5 other people. They're full. They're going to like, yeah, whatever. You can just chill around. You're like, all right.
There was an episode I remember that I thought was really funny because one of one animal broke out, and I remember they were trying to wrangle them.
Was it the sauropods that broke
Yeah,
out, and they
I
got
think it
everything else
was.
that broke out? And they're like,
Yeah.
it's chaos in the.
And I remember
Yeah.
one worker being like, if they wanted to kill us, we'd be dead already.
Oh yeah, I think it was the guy in charge, the bald guy in charge, who he was always mad at Nigel because he's like, every time Nigel comes back, he comes back with more than one thing. I can't keep. And then the baby, one of the Thermimans, like kind of went after him. The baby, the Mimus cousins. I can't remember the name of them. Ornithomimus? I think it was Ornithomimus. Yeah. I think it was those little baby ones that hatch and they imprint on them and then follow them around. I would kill for that. Yeah, and I do. That's what I think was pretty cool about it. They were like incorporating some of the animals who have modern day cousins and making it so it's that, and then showing how dinosaurs were animals too, in a sense, and giving them personality of animals, which is pretty cool because they were animals, so give them more of a personality.
Yeah, and how they interact with not just humans but with each other, like how we said the T-Rex siblings, how that one would assert dominance over the other, and the mom just kind of like lets them do it.
Yeah, fuck it. And then they're Tyrannosaurus Rex when you want here.
I know. What are you?
Oh yeah. So, next up I have is for the time period, because I mean we watched the clip on YouTube just before we started, and it was a little bit grainy, but the DVD itself, if you can find it online, that's where you have to buy it, is online somewhere, is really good quality for the time period, the early 2000s. The sets were beautiful, like we mentioned with how the zoo was set up, or the Prehistoric Park was set up, beautiful. And then the effects for the time, pretty damn good.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that the effects, the CGI that they did,
A couple of practical too.
yeah, I thought it was really good overall. I was very surprised with how it was.
Yeah, like it really, like rewatching it again, because I haven't watched it in years before I rewatched it with the GF here, and when we watched it again, I was like, oh my god, this shit's really good. It really holds up. Like I follow Nigel Marvel on Twitter, and he always talks about it every now and then, but it's rewatching it again on the DVD, back-to-back episodes, like it really holds up. It's a binge-worthy show.
I know it's nostalgic for you to watch too.
That too. But it also it's really good dinosaur prehistoric creature content though.
Yeah.
It really, because it's, as nature lovers like we are, like it's really good content. Like it's a cool documentary basically is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about it in the beginning here. Nigel Marvin is the perfect host for the show. I wouldn't picture anybody else it would be a guy who's a more TV personality than anything, but Nigel Marvin I think was best for this.
Yeah, I think so too, and I think he did a really good job with it, especially since he's still going. He's still doing.
Oh, I have the note that Bob, by the way, was the worker.
Oh.
Yeah, Bob was the bald guy. The worker. He's like, oh my god, you scared the hell out of the Titanosaurs in this one, alright? But he's like, wait, come back. I feel his pain. And also we had the veterinarian too, who you got to see a lot of. That we should talk about that. You got to see a lot of veterinarian work on prehistoric creatures. I'd say dinosaurs and mammals and reptiles and stuff like that. And like, it felt like you were watching the zoo. Like you saw the nature documentary stuff. Then it felt like you were watching a modern day zoo of what a real Jurassic Park would look like if you had time travel.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there was an episode where some animal was giving birth to eggs.
Yeah, they were doing the eggs. They had the Tyrannosaurus Rex in the lab, if you remember correctly.
And how they have to incubate the eggs,
Yes.
and how they just kind of improvise a lot of the time
Yeah.
because they don't know what to do.
Well, the Rex woke up on the table, if you remember correctly, and everyone got the hell out of Dodge. And she was
Yeah.
and they're like, she's tearing apart the lab, but we'd rather be out here than in there.
Yeah.
Like, and then the episode where they were trying to figure out what was wrong with the mammoth, and then cutting the hair on both of the elasmotherm and the mammoth because hair was so long, and then putting her in the main thing. Like, that was pretty cool. Felt like a zoo, and I thought that was pretty awesome. Like, so you got to see all sorts of things here, all sorts of different sides of the coin.
Okay, just put in your resume now for it. It's fine.
I do. There, shit. I'd apply for a Prehistoric Park in a heartbeat. Damn, I'm a vet assistant now. Fuck yeah. And I'm taking care of exotic animals. Like, check. Send me to Africa and Prehistoric Park, please. Oh, man. In my opinion, I think it was an adventure, because Dino Times isn't usually that long on the YouTube channel. We're kind of into the end here, but I definitely think it was an adventure to get this DVD. We had to go to Zia Records, like a collector's kind of retail store here in town. It's a franchise store, and we had to get it shipped in from a store in Nevada to get the DVD because no one had it. So it was like, all right, well, I really want to get this DVD, and we could have maybe gone on Amazon or some shit, but we're like, let's just get it from Zia. eBay too, but that's risky biz. That's really risky biz, getting the DVD on eBay because it's like, yeah, I got it, but scratch, and the guy deleted eBay account, so you can't get a refund. There's that, and then it's like, it took us a couple weeks to get it, but overall, I think it was worth getting DVD. So if you guys have not watched Prehistoric Park, don't look the clips up on YouTube. Get the DVD. I think somewhere there's a Blu-ray of it. maybe possibly a Blu-ray.
Maybe.
Pay the money online and get it. It's really, if you're listening to the show and you've got this far, you're definitely a paleontology fan. Get this show. Watch it. Binge watch it. Take a week, watch it, or watch it after work, before, whatever the hell.
Yeah, the
I think it's worth
episodes
it.
aren't that long either.
No, they're like 30, 40 minutes, if that. Like, I think 45 minutes because it was airing like on an hour show for commercials and stuff like that. In
It
the
is
past.
a documentary, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's docudrama.
Docu-series.
Docudrama.
Yeah.
Docudrama. But yeah, I think it's worth it. Like, you really, so as someone new to Prehistoric Park and the paleo community, how would you rate it out of 10?
For its time, 10 out of 10. Definitely.
Okay.
Because it could have been shitty. It really could have been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not. It wasn't.
No. So what was the number again?
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10? I give it, 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think 10 out of 10. It's not being biased. It really worked. And if you watch the show back in its heyday, I'd say 8 out of 10. You're involved in dinosaurs somehow. Whether it's fan stuff, whether you're in a lab, or you're involved with animals. It's one of the two.
Or you just like reading up on it.
Yeah, that's valid too. That's where you are. Yeah.
We have a whole bunch of magazines that I just have that I'll read about
That's
it stuff.
very true. And
Yeah.
also, like, we have dinosaur toys collection and jazz like that. And your boyfriend runs a paleo show. Yeah, but thanks everyone for tuning in to this episode of Dino Times. A really chill kind of talk show episode thing. Hopefully you guys have enjoying the paleo profiles and all that jazz like that. And we're going to hopefully have some more interviews here coming up soon. I got to do some more stuff on that. It's been busy the past couple of weeks here with new job, moving in with the girlfriend here in her place. And new job, as I said, as a vet assistant at an exotic animal hospital, which is fun. Baby Moose is so cute. So, yeah, I want to say make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a like on the video if you guys liked it. And let us know in the comments down below. What you think? Did Prehistoric Park work for you? Did it not? Do you think it holds up to this day? Have you not seen Prehistoric Park? And you're like, what the hell is all this jazz? I want to watch this show now. Then let us know in the comments down below, folks. Leave a like, subscribe for more Dino Times, video games, toy reviews, podcast stuff, all the jazz like that. All the stuff with the nerdy for nature lovers and pop culture lovers. Thanks, everybody, as always. And Michaela, any final words?
No, I'm okay.
Thank you. I'm at Twitter at DakotaMorgan3 and, of course, Instagram at Dakota_Morgan97. And, of course, as always, folks, remember, science is real.